Well, you know what? She says, fuck it, and just runs towards the forest. Like, yeah. Bruh, he impregnated a man.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's happening.
That's not the MPreg we usually read, but, like,
No.
this is the MPreg we deserve, apparently.
He's her tampon, duh. Never thought I'd say those words in my entire life. I don't know how I feel about the fact that I said them.
And this is where the Pinocchio kink comes in.
Whoa! This man, her fiance, is breastfeeding from his mother. Noted, he's like almost 40. Funny story. I mean, it depends on your definition of funny. Really.
Okay.
At lunch today, a child, middle school child, told me I should get an OnlyFans.
What?
And then the child next to that child said, I'd subscribe.
The fuck?
Yeah. Bury me.
What the fuck prompted that is my question.
Apparently, my outfit today made my boobs look big and my ass look big. So I was trying to figure out what they were doing across the room because they kept like pointing at me and going like this. And I was like, I didn't understand it. Okay. I didn't understand what they were doing. And I was like, what? What is
Has
your
being
problem?
around children like purified your brain?
I guess. I
like,
didn't know that
because,
was a thing.
girl, if I had done that to you a while ago, you would have been like, I know what that means. Like,
oh, nice.
Girl.
If you had been like this across there, I'm like, I might know, you know, but like, I don't know. It was a child. I don't know. My brain was not child mode.
well, you're around middle schoolers. They're
Yeah, they're feral. And I was like, what? What's going on? She's like, you're rocking the hourglass. And I was like, what?
That's what that means.
I got it afterwards. I was just explaining what happened.
Yeah.
I was like, what? She's like, you know, starting OnlyFans. It's perfect. You're perfect for it. All I could think of in my head was, that's Crystal's job. I am not good for that. Remember?
Did I tell you my thoughts about that?
Uh-oh.
I think I could do topless baking.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Just gonna be setting all that up anyways, but I could do it.
Yep.
You know.
I like it. I like it. No notes. No notes.
I'm so glad that this is our way to solve our financial problems. Is me selling my body.
Yeah, because obviously not
and
me.
you just
I
being
can't
so
do it.
supportive.
Yes. Remember, I'm not made for that, so it's okay.
That is true. Well, according to some people, apparently you are.
Goddamn. Fucking. I live in a wild world. Wild world.
Wild,
Yeah.
man.
Any whoosie whatsits. Gonna have to say, many, many times throughout the week, did I think that this was a special?
Okay, so this week is in the unhinged category. And you know what? I think I nailed it.
Yes, you did. Round of applause for Crystal because she got one. She got one. Cheers. Yes. Fantastical.
Now, I feel that this was probably the most unhinged we've read in a long
This
time.
is arguably,
It might be
possibly our most unhinged book that we have
ever.
read ever.
Because
And that's saying something.
It's bad when Ariel texts you or calls you and tells you to not read the trigger warning list ahead of time. Here's the thing. Normally, I actually don't read them. My book never opens to trigger
But
warnings,
just
so
in
I usually
case,
skip them.
because this was an episode you were doing, so I don't know how you do it. If you
You
like
think
write
you
them
think I
down or
prepare
annotate
myself?
them, or
No. No.
So when
No.
I opened this book, this is what I read, and I immediately had to tell Crystal, slow your roll, read the book, do the trigger warnings at the end.
Now listen, hold on to your butts.
And
Insert things into your
everything
butt.
in between, yes. The trigger warnings include, but are not limited to, abduction, anal sex, menstrual blood drinking, bondage, dendrophobia, double penetration, double vaginal penetration, enema, figging, forced feeding, forced lactation, forced marriage, forced pregnancy, imprisonment, nipple bondage, lactation kink, male pregnancy, menstruation play, nasophilia, orgasm denial, period sex, perverted old grandpa, Pinocchio kink, spanking, and water sports. And the dedication of this book is to everyone who can't get enough of that sweet, sweet morning wood.
So yes, this week we read The Morningwood Tree by Siggy Shade. And not a single time reading this book did I know what the next chapter was going to hold. Because when your first chapter starts with a wedding and the introduction of the lactation kink, first chapter, wild experience. Just literally putting that out there.
And I had the misfortune of reading that before going in.
Yeah.
So even though I knew some of what might be coming, still,
I think
mind blown.
even with the warning,
Absolutely. Mind blown
there's
still.
no way in hell I would have known literally anything that was fucking happening in this
That's
book.
my kind of trigger warning. I don't want to be spoiled.
Yeah. And I'm going to put this up front. If my notes start to get really fucking weird, just know it's not my fault. Because, anyways, let's just get into this before I get too sidetracked by everything. So it is currently Millie's wedding day. Did we know her name? Yeah, within the first, 2 paragraphs. But yeah. Would I have loved them labeled? Sure. You know what? Honestly, least of my fucking concerns.
This book just kept giving. And all I was able to do was receive. There was really nothing I could say or do. I was just there to receive.
And I have to say, with all of the things included, the pepper scale for this book is going to be really weird because there was literally everything in this fucking book, which was so weird. So anyways, it's Millie's wedding day and she knows that it's just a bullshit old wives' tale, but she had heard that it was bad luck to get your period on your wedding day. What a wild first sentence, but we had to know.
Honestly, the way that started,
we had to know she was on her period. Why are we
talking about menstruation for the entire first page? I was like, oh, this is a way to start out.
Yeah, so there's a knock at the door.
Not that's a bad thing necessarily, but I was just surprised.
Yeah. There's a knock at the door and it's Clara, however the fuck I want to pronounce her name. Don't care. Which is Eric, who is her fiance's grandmother, asking her if she's ready. You know, Millie's mom and dad would be so proud of her. Probably not after this, but she had worked her way up through the foster care system and managed to snag herself one of Scandinavia's most eligible bachelors. I wonder why he was an eligible bachelor. I wonder why no woman
Mm.
wanted to marry this man. Huh, Millie? When Clara finally sees her, she tells her that she looks like a princess, and she is so proud that Eric is marrying someone so healthy. Of course, this is a weird ass comment to make, and before Millie can even consider what her words mean, she is being marched out into the hallway. Michael is waiting outside. He is ill,
It's Michael now,
but
bitch. He's a
he's
frail
ill.
old man.
Yeah, her fiance Eric said that, Michael just hasn't been the same since his great grandmother died 3 months ago. Michael tells
Mind
Millie
you,
that,
his great grandmother.
so that would be Michael's mother.
Hmm.
Just put that in your thought.
Hmm.
Michael tells Millie that she looks so radiant and stares at her titties and says that the wedding dress is so flattering. Of course, this makes Millie a little bit uncomfortable. It made me a little bit uncomfortable. And Michael offers that since, you know what, she doesn't have any male relatives walking her down the aisle, he would love to. And he tells her that, when Eric brought her home, he was so delighted because she is exactly what the family needs. Of course, Millie loves Eric, and it's not just that he has money, because, dude,
She didn't even know that
Eric
he had
is a
money.
filthy
In
rich.
Yeah, she didn't even know he had money until after he had proposed.
Mm-hmm. But he was, he's exciting. He's so funny. He's been a nonstop adventure. Baby, the adventure is not stopping from here. That's for damn
It is a
sure.
still. So see, that's the quality that she knows he brings.
But she feels out of place because, like, obviously these people are fucking fancy and rich, and she's not. And so she realizes she really needs some water. And she heads down the hallway to the nearest door and she opens it. And this was
Oh,
not.
she needs water because the grandfather douchey dude starts having a coughing fit and
Mm.
she wants to help him and she just runs to the nearest door to like get him like a drink or something to help him or to find somebody because she heard somebody behind the door and she needed help because she figured everyone was out doing getting
And
ready
at
for the wedding.
no point did I think that the scene that she was going to see before her was the scene that was going to be happening. Because when she opens it, her fiance is, sitting in bed in the lap of another woman. And I know what you're
Head in the lap, rather.
head in the lap. And I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, he's cheating on her. No, he's not.
Yes, he is. But
He's not cheating on her in his
I
eyes.
yes, in his eyes. I don't know. I
He's
still
he is
wild.
breastfeeding with his mother.
From his mother, yeah. Breastfeeding from his mother.
I need you to
Isn't
sit
that
with that.
cute? Yep, yep. This man, her fiance, is breastfeeding from his mother. Noted, he's like almost 40.
Hmm. This is chapter 1.
It's, it can only go up from here. You
So
know?
apparently Eric has been feeding from his mother since he was a baby, and this is a huge thing within the family,
And
by the way.
and he doesn't understand why she's reacting so weirdly. Like this is important to them. This is what they do.
Yeah, and Millie is fucking pissed saying he withheld this fetish from her and she is absolutely not going to do this with him. She wants to go back to London. She is done. Michael looks at Eric.
She's my kind of girl, right? Immediately. Like she's
Yeah.
like, nope, the line has
Nope.
been crossed. I'm done. Bam. So I
For
was super
once, I
happy
did
about
not
that.
hate the FFC.
I was super happy about that right from the get-go, and I was like, okay, I don't know where this is going to go from here, but I'm happy about this.
Because this is chapter 1.
Correct.
Michael looks at Eric and says he had told him that this one was different. And Eric says, look, Millie is open for anything. She is just shocked. Michael says that Eric was supposed to bring back a girl eager to continue the family tradition. She was brought in to breastfeed Michael.
Because it's the new wife that breastfeeds the grandfather once because his mother passed away. So because his mother passed away, her job is going to be to breastfeed the grandfather until she gives birth to her own.
Uh-huh. And how are they going to do this, you ask? Well, they feed them these herbs
Especially
that are
tailored
specially tailored to this
to
man
his body
so
and
that
what he needs. I mean,
it,
that's some ingenuity, I guess.
it's lactation. Eric says, like, it's just natural.
Yeah,
Millie
you
says
know?
she's not going to do it. And if they make her go through with this ceremony, she will say no.
I'm so glad that I'm done having children.
What a wild sentence.
Well, because this whole thing would put me in the I don't ever want to think about that
Mm,
ever again.
yeah. Michael tells her that if she does not, she will not be leaving there alive. And he whips out a gun and like threatens that she's going to get murdered.
Yeah, you will comply or else because they have taken so much time and thorough planning on her, and she is going to pay off.
Yeah, so they're gonna
Just
so they're gonna force this woman to get married to this man. Eric tells her that when his grandmother was getting married, she also tried to run, but his great grandfather threatened to throw her into the carnivorous ash tree. And that
so
this
think
is
about
better
this.
though.
Think about it this way. She is really coming out way better. She's coming out way on top because they're just threatening to shoot
Put
her.
a bullet
They're
in her
not
head.
threatening
Yeah.
to have her be eaten alive a slow, torturous death.
Yeah. And Michael is going to enjoy sucking her boobies. And he can't suck the tits of his wife
Right,
because
because she's
her
tailor
milk
made to
to the son.
exactly. Yeah.
And now she'll be doing to his. It's a whole fucking wild
I want to understand
how this all started and why.
yes, and how this became a idea for the author. I have just so many
I have
questions.
so many questions. Yeah, Eric says that, like, look, I like you. You are down to earth and submissive in bed and fine. But, he doesn't know her. Shit, this was so fast too. Because, like, so their whole, like, dating to engagement to, like, getting married was, like, really boom, 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 boom. I think Eric was basically trying to, like, scoot this process along.
Yeah.
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 But he's doing this because his grandfather won't live
Needs
much
it
longer
because, right.
without her help.
Yes.
Yeah. And they force her into getting married. And she does. She
And
signs
everyone's
everything.
in on this, so
Yeah. Yep.
she can't ask anyone else for help or just say no at the wedding.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah. So Eric, after
Even
they're
like
married,
the priest is in on it, which
yeah.
tracks. So
Yeah. Eric tells her to kiss him, and she does forcibly, and she can still smell the scent of sour
No.
milk.
she doesn't.
It's after
She
the
like
marriage.
turns her cheek. Oh, but that's the whole point. Is because during the wedding ceremony, when he goes to kiss her, she turns her cheek.
Oh yeah. But she can still smell the sour milk, and she gags. And he tells her, okay, now you can go. Because, yeah, so she refused it during that. And then afterwards, he was like, no,
Cornered
because she
her
wanted
and-
to leave.
yeah.
And in order to leave, she had to kiss him. And, like, she wanted to vomit. And
Or not
honestly,
leave, but you know.
yeah, well, you know what? She says, fuck it, and just runs towards the forest. Like, she goes,
She's like,
nah,
I'd
fuck this shit.
rather
I would
face
rather
the
die
wild
by
animals.
a tree.
I would
Like, I
rather
would,
face this tree that you're threatening me with. Just
yeah,
put me out of my misery. Which
Yeah,
again,
perfectly
I-
reasonable.
clap for her.
Yes. So she just runs and runs and runs, and she starts hearing growling, and then the trees start to kind of like thin out, and there's like a wolf. And she is like now panicking because, like, the fuck, this wolf is gonna eat her. But then all of a sudden, whoop, an arm, quote unquote arm, wraps around her waist and raises her off her feet just as the wolf like lunges at her, and she screams. And this thing says, "You may hunt all the animals in the forest, but this one is my prey." Basically, by the way, it's the tree. She is begging she's begging the tree to be put down, and that she doesn't want to be eaten by the tree. And the tree says, "I must feed." And she's trying to reason with this tree, saying, "You don't want to eat me. I'm from a terrible pedigree. Wouldn't you like people of a higher born, like blood. Like, bro,
I know
listen,
people. I know
I can
people.
bring you
I can
5
hook you up.
people.
I can hook you up.
And he's like, yo, why would I risk losing this prey I've already caught? And I don't even need 5.
I
And
only
she
need one
asks
for the next
how much
century.
blood. Yeah. He just needs a medium-sized human every century. And she's like,
Just drain them of their blood.
hold up a minute, bro. What if instead I feed you like a little bit every day? Because do you remember that this woman is on her period?
Again, every turn.
It's circled back, bro. And she's like, I could give you a little bit each day. And she explains it to him. And he makes like a makeshift, like, wooden tampon thing and shoves it up her vagina.
With, like, of his tree. Like,
Yeah, to soak up the blood, like a tree tampon. And if you think it's weird now, it continues to get even weirder because this is not even the weirdest part. It just keeps going as he does this to her with his tree limb tampon thingy. Sorry. She feels so much pleasure. And she ends up coming. And because of that, the tree's like,
he's
oh my God.
trying to find her goodness, her blood that he needs. And he's just exploring.
Uh-huh. And now here's the thing. Now that he's tasted her slippery sap, that's all he wants. And now he wants more. So he's like, I need to make this happen
This is
more.
almost as good as the blood. Hold on.
Right? Oh my God. And she explains, yo, I have never had more than one orgasm because men usually lose interest after they've come. And she does not know if she's ready for another round. The tree says, well, that sounds very unfulfilling. And asks what she needs to make more of that delicious sap. And she decides, you know what? Fuck this shit. We're just gonna like ask for stuff. Hey, can you do some suction? And he goes, well, like he could like hollow out one of his branches and like harness the wind. And she goes, ooh, actually maybe not. That's probably not a good idea. But instead, yeah, you know, like all the colors of the wind.
Right. Harness the wind.
Yeah, instead, she's gonna make him turn one of his little branch thingies into a makeshift like shower head so he can stimulate her clit so that, and of course the tree thinks, oh my God, this is fantastic, and he thinks that she's super delicious, and she comes again. After they're done, the wooden limbs part her legs and inserts this thing against her cervix to soak up her delicious blood. She goes to sleep, and several hours later, she finally wakes up. And the tree's like, oh, you're awake. And there is still, you know, part of him inside of her.
Because he has to soak up every little drop. He's her tampon. Duh. Never thought I'd say those words in my entire life. I don't know how I feel about the fact that I said them.
Listen, it gets worse. I don't know.
Nuggets.
It gets weird. And so apparently she learns she twitches in her sleep and she says it's dreams. Okay, now here's her dreams. Yeah. It's funny because she starts talking about like dragons and every story.
She's trying to explain to this guy, well, like, dude, you don't want to eat me. I have so much to give you. Like, you've never seen the world. Like, let me tell you about the world. Oh, you want to hear my stories? Let me tell you about things. Don't eat me yet. Wait until you've gotten all the information out of me that you can before you eat me. She's actually playing it really smart and strategically. And like first she tried to trade herself off for the other guys. Now she's like trying to prolong it a little bit. And then it's like, oh, well, you want to give me everything I want. Well, I'm really hungry. Like, I'm really thirsty. I have to leave though to get those things. And she tries so hard. She's
trying to,
almost every time, but
yes. And you know, like Ariel said, she's hungry now because you know she was so nervous about her wedding, and you know her husband turned out to be a liar, and she starts telling him. It's so funny because all of her stories she's made it out to be like it happened to her, and they are just movies. At one point, she talks about Charlie in the fucking truck factory.
Yep.
I died laughing, by the
Again,
way, at that one.
She's using her smarts.
Yes. No, she is being very, very smart about this. But the tree does not let her leave. Like, it brings in food for her, but then her blood stops flowing. And he wants to try something to increase her blood flow. And he
Starting
is
to slow
going
down a little bit.
to massage her belly and encourage the blood flow to go faster. Also, by the way, she really wants to go see the forest, and instead of like letting her out, because she's inside the tree, she's inside him. He just makes like a little tiny window
like,
so she
hold her
can
in
look
yeah.
outside. And she just continues to tell him bullshit stories. And he touches her, and then he also now wants to try to make her squirt. And honestly, so many things.
Well, because she's
so
trying
wild.
to think of other, like she's being smart. She's trying to think of other ways that she can make him more. Oh, let's do this.
We could squirt now. So he creates dildos and like fingers, and he pushes up against her G-spot and makes her squirt. And he does. And, you know, as soon as she is done, he yanks the dildo out of her. Like, because he does. He makes this woman squirt like a fountain. That was a sentence I just said out loud.
It was.
It was, yeah. Well, we read this book. And he goes, oh my God, there are intruders. Uh-oh, Skedios.
He can feel people in the area. And she's like, oh, wait, these are the people
fuck.
I've been telling you about. Hold on, let me help you. Let me trade you again. Like
she goes, why don't you drink their blood? He says he would much rather drink.
Hers is so delicious. It's the best he's ever. In her sap is way better than anything he's ever had. So
and every time he consumes more and more of her blood and sap, the more emotions he feels, and it's very pleasing.
Which he usually just wakes up every 100 years, consumes a human, and goes back dormant for 100 years. But now he's like actually like basically awakening.
Yeah. She tells him that if he plans on taking all of her blood, she's not going to be able to produce anymore. All this time that they've been together, she's been able, you know, to like get a little bit of rest because she knew that these people would come and find her. And he's
that's why she was just trying to bide her time because they had threatened her. They were coming for her. She can do this. And now.
And he's like, oh, you planned on convincing me to consume them instead? And she goes, listen. We are both living beings, right? Like, we both want to survive. What would you do if someone bigger and stronger threatened your branches with a fire and
she talked all about the dragons, and this was like, excuse me? Like, yeah.
Yeah. She's like, if I offer you all my blood, my body won't be able to produce any more sap because, like, all my life would be poof gone. She decides she's gonna now provoke these people who are coming. It's not her husband, by the way. It's his mom. No, it's not his mom. It's this chick named Olivia, and then the other dude, William.
No, it's not. It is his mother and his father, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right, because Claire is his grandmother. Dude, listen, all I know is, I gave up on his family tree. I gave up on the family tree. Anywho, so Olivia is there, and she's pissed, and so she, like, shoots off a gun, pew, and it hits one of the branches, and the tree gets really pissed off about this. The tree murders them both, by the way.
Well, and she kind of antagonized it so that they would strike at him.
Because Millie is being smart. But now, Millie has to be punished.
Yeah, because now she hurt him. That's not okay.
It's really weird. He forms himself into a 7-foot-tall mannequin. So, like, wild thing. And now the punishment is going to begin. Because, listen, he enjoyed killing those people because her blood has now changed him. And he's never enjoyed things like this before in his entire existence. But, like, you know, with pleasure has to come pain. So, blah, blah, blah. And those bullets fucking hurt like a bitch. And she's been a very, very naughty girl. And he wants to explore.
Bad girl.
But it's the fact that he's like, I want to explore the secrets of your body, sir. I can't even know if I could call him sir because he's a tree. I don't.
He's a male tree, so.
That is true. He is a male tree.
He is a sir.
Yeah, okay. So he's going to spank her, and he is also.
It'd be different if he was just you don't know, but he's a male tree.
He is, yeah, and he's going to ask her to put a piece of ginger up her ass.
Yeah.
He's like, he really wanted to ask her for that, but he wasn't sure if, like, she would be into it. And she goes, yeah, I'll do it. I'm like,
it's the punishment.
I
He was gonna
know.
spank her, but he was saying if he didn't think it would hurt her, he would fig her. But and she was like, "Wait, back it up. I'd like to try that."
And guess what? She really fucking likes it. Because nothing says I love this like a burning asshole from Ginger. Like, I
She
don't even
likes her
eat.
asshole
I'm
burning.
just get. I know. Apparently, I don't even
Crystal
like.
doesn't even like ass play at all. So imagine
I don't even like ginger. Are you kidding me? I don't eat just
that's a
plain
double
ginger.
whammy for you. You don't like ginger or ass play. Bam, no
No,
picking for
neither one of
Crystal.
those things.
I
Awful,
love ginger.
terrible.
Just saying, but not.
So,
I don't. Yeah.
are you sure?
Let me back it up. I love ginger to eat.
That's so funny. So he's a little upset that she has made him feel emotions because now he can't kill her, no matter how delicious she is. And all he wants to do is keep her pleasured and safe. And now he's going to make her count the spankings. And, she's come a lot, by the way. And he says that, like, if he had known that she liked spanking this much, he would have done it before because, like, you know,
He's into that.
more of the delicious stuff. So he's going to fuck her. And he's like, you know what else I'm going to do? Whatever this little cock thing, it's not little. This cock, I'm just gonna expand it and just like see how much this thing can expand. And here's
so
the thing, it expands so much that she warns him if he keeps pushing down on her, she's gonna pee. And he goes, "Cool, do it."
More liquids.
Why did I have to be piss? I should have known by the water. No, I didn't even know about the water sports because I didn't read the trigger warning list.
My bad. My
I
bad.
don't do the
I do think it was for the best, though.
I still would have read it. I would have just been so fucking confused. Anyways, he's totally into the piss thing, by the way. Like, he's so into it. And just when she thinks that this mannequin thing has stretched her to her limit, the texture of wood forms knots to give her extra pleasure. Let me tell you, there was so much because then also he has another nozzle. Like he squirts water into her.
Well, duh.
Like,
he needs to fill her up so he can suck it back out again. Duh.
He turns his finger into a fuel nozzle and like squirts water up her ass, but he wants to pull his finger out and make her hold the fluid in there and not to spill a drop. Like, so much fucking happened. He tells her that she has pleased him and she's a very good girl. But he says, "Listen, we've only just begun." And all Millie can think about is that every guy she's ever slept with has promised to fuck her brains out, but none of them have gotten even close. But this mannequin, yeah, but she tells him that they need to talk about what's going to happen because she says after her period, she doesn't bleed this much all the time, and like in a few days the blood's gonna stop and he's gonna have to set her free and he can't keep her there forever. He is very much like, no, you're going to stay. They get nowhere with this conversation and she asks if they can discuss it again in a few more days. And now is when she tells him the story of Charlie and the fucking chocolate factory, because she, again, like I said, because he doesn't know these things, he's only awake every century. So she's like, "Bitch, yeah, did I tell you about the one time I went to this chocolate factory and like this all shit happened and this person blew up to like the color and size of a blue?" Like, girl, what the fuck? Oh yeah, and then they fuck again. Honestly, the entire back half of this book is just them fucking.
I don't even think it's the back half. I think it's just...
No, I think it's like the back most of it. And this mannequin thing fucks her in every single position imaginable. And then he draws her a bath, which is very sweet. He has made like the inside of his tree so comfy and cozy. She tries to find out his name, and it's like this super impossible Nordic name, so she just calls him Ash.
Well, and he's
he talks about like Ragnarok and all this other stuff.
He is not really that being anymore. That's not really his name anymore.
Yeah.
Like, he's so removed from that situation that he would love her to call him that if he wanted to be called that, but he doesn't really want her to call her that. So she's like, well.
So, yeah. So she lets him know that her name is Emily, but everybody calls her Millie. And he asks her what she's doing alone in the forest last night, even though she already mentioned it at the beginning, but whatever. I'm going to give him a pass because he's a tree. And Millie said that she was running away from her life. And she talks about everything and says, look, like, I married this man because I wanted love and a family. And he admits that, those people had no intention of offering you either one of those things, like me, because he just wants to feed from her blood. Just like
And
they wanted
he's
to
starting
feed
to,
from her milk.
right, and he's starting to get the correlation and the connection between, oh, I'm basically like that.
Yeah,
And because he's
but
starting to have kind of like a
yeah.
conscience and
Uh-oh, that's what happens. Apparently when
hmm
you absorb cum, but okay. Sorry. Um,
menstrual.
but she reminds him that he never pretended to be anything different while Eric and his family pretended
Hmm.
everything. And when she figured out what was happening and she wanted to escape, they threatened her with death. He tells her that he can't give her children, but she says, that's not our arrangement. The way I see myself through your eyes is like a huge gift. Like you see things, such good things into me. Like he always compliments her, tells her she's got a really nice voice. Like he's very, very sweet to her. Even like between the fucking and everything, he's very nice. He's not just like, let me use your body.
Nice.
um,
But he's also
and
like, let me use your body.
yeah, she doesn't kind of want to leave, but how long is she going to be able to survive on berries, roots, and trees? He tells her that he wants to keep her by his side until the end of time and to forgive him because he cannot muster up the good conscience to set her free. Well, that sucks for you, doesn't it? The next few
Does
days
she
kind
really
of,
want to be free?
no, she really doesn't, but you know,
Like at this point?
yeah. Yeah. So they fuck for the next few days and they spend a lot of hours talking, mostly what it was like thousands of years ago before the Nord gods destroyed everybody. She learns like tons of stories, then asks how he came back to life after he was destroyed because, you know, everything got destroyed. And so the reason that he craves
To
blood is because
wake
all
me
of the
up.
dead
Wake
people.
me up inside.
Girl.
Call my name and save me from the dark. Okay.
Well, the next line probably correlates to this very
Oh,
easily. Anyways, but he wants the reason he wants blood is because the forest floor was just like drenched in blood, and his seeds of his tree germinated with the blood. So
that's how
why
he's
he
able to
needs it. Yeah.
feed.
Yeah. But he tells her that she makes him feel so alive for a tree, and he's never felt this kind of joy. And they start kissing, and then she starts getting turned on, and this is
I
where
mean,
the Pinocchio kink comes in.
bro, I like, and this came from her. This is where I was like, girl, I am not sure if I'm on board anymore because she was all like, you know, there's always something I
There's this
wanted to
story.
do.
Like, what?
I,
So she asks for his nose to become the size of his cock, and so that happens.
like,
And
can
she
you do that? And he's like, easy.
listen. I think that they match each other's freak. Okay,
And that's okay. Let their freaks flag fly as long as they're happy with
So
it with each other.
so she fucks herself on his face cock.
No.
Yeah, so that happens.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so the inside's super comfortable, but she has to remind him that she really can't stay. She asks if there's any way that he can leave the tree, but he tells her that he is the tree, so he can't leave because, like, the mannequin is the first time he's ever created an extension of himself. So, that sucks. So the next morning happens.
That
That
sucks.
sucks. So the next morning, there's no movement. Like, there's no ash, like nothing. And there's a door so she can leave. He tells her that she is no longer bleeding, and he promised himself that he would keep her until the blood ran dry. And he's only casting her out because she is human and she cannot live on love and sunlight. She
No.
could, but whatever. She needs people and experience and purpose. I don't need people. I'm going to be honest. I would be fine. He can't give her anything but the cage of the tree, and she needs to leave. It's a very, very sad thing.
Sad.
But she leaves, and
kinda
he ends up
sad.
shutting her out of this tree, and she just walks off crying. And all she can think is, oh my God, now he's gone back to sleep, and he'll probably sleep for another century or two.
Never
Girl,
see him
he says
again.
a century, not two. You're being dramatic.
It's okay that she was a little dramatic.
But I mean, he did. Okay, it also makes sense because he did eat both William and Olivia.
That's what it, so she's like, well, he's never had two before. Maybe
Yeah.
this two will make him sleep for 2 centuries.
Yeah, she's walking, trying to go back to wherever, and a vehicle approaches, and she thinks, oh, fuck, it's got to be Michael or Eric. But it's not. It's just another car. She asks if they speak English and if they're going to town because they're in Scandinavia, so, like, it's like it could be hit or miss. No. And she gets in and she shuts the door, and then guess what? Boom, she gets knocked unconscious.
It's not somebody to help her.
Hell fucking no. So when she wakes up, Clara and Eric are fucking pissed. And Clara says they went to a lot of trouble. And just to remind you, Clara is the grandmother that Eric Nope.
Well, now
Eric's his mom.
Well,
Eric's
yeah,
his
but
mom.
now
his mom is dead.
Clara and his dad. So Clara, the one who breastfeeds the dad, and the mom who breastfeeds Eric.
Well, too many people are breastfeeding too many people, and I don't think that it should be a thing.
But they can't just use the other one because they're not tailored to them.
Yeah, so they're kidnapping her, and they're going to keep her on a diet of protein-rich fluid to improve her breast milk, along with a concentrated formula of lactation herbs. Eric steps in and says, like, she embarrassed him at the wedding. She realizes that she actually has been here a lot longer than she thought, and her boobs have basically increased 2 cup sizes. They've been giving her these herbs for the last week. She's been there for a week. Eric tells her
like sedated and unconscious.
It's like, ugh. Eric tells her that her milk will come in at any moment, and Eric wants to have the first taste. Ugh. And they chose her because she has phenomenal tits.
Which the grandfather is really upset about because she is for him.
Yeah,
Eric's without somebody too, but
well, yeah, because like Michael is like, yo, bitch, Eric, that combination of herbs is for me and not you. Michael gets really gross and talks about the fact that he has to like just suck from her teat. And she's like, well, listen, yo, breastfeeding is a sacred act between mother and child. He goes, you can call me baby. Fucking gross. Get out. So disgusting. No, thank you. And she has an idea. This girl, honestly, she goes, listen, if you're going to suck my nipple, I'm going to suck your cock. What? You're muted.
So yeah, good. You didn't hear me singing throughout the rest of that. Yes. So I was on board with this chick for the first half of this book, but then it's like she met the freak tree and then went off the rails.
Okay. I understand why she said though.
I get the thought process, but I feel like she's so like malnourished, basically
so bad,
dehydrated at this point, and just like not living life, and she's in such a hole that now she's trying to use her brain and like calculate things out and trying to be smart about it. But in reality, it's coming out weird and twisted and like
basically wild. she wants his cum in exchange, for this.
Well, but they should do that in a special setting.
Yes,
and
yes,
and that she's trying to create also like a discourse between him and his wife, because that's not gonna.
She's putting like little thoughts into his wife's mind, like da da da, like why are you putting another woman in this situation? And Claire's like, listen, I did my duty as well. And yeah, it finally gets the time where her breast milk is like perfect for everything, and asks if Michael has considered what she asked, but she doesn't want to do it there because Clara has been watching her so closely. But Michael's like, yo, she is watching her soap opera. We're good to go, bitch. Let's go. They have plenty of time. And so she's like, nope, woods. Let's go. We're going to go out to the woods because,
have a picnic. Well, it'll be just like a nice setting. She won't be around to see.
And then they go. So when they get there, oh my God, guess what? Guess who's not watching her soap opera anymore? Fucking Clara. And Clara comes out of the woods with a gun, and she is pissed. Like, what the fuck is she doing with her husband? And her husband's like, like
as if she's the one who's like this harlot and taking your 80-year-old man or whatever.
He's like she propositioned me. It's a whole fucking thing. Of course, we all know the whole reason she brought Michael out here is because she wants the tree to murder these people, but she doesn't even know if it's gonna fucking happen because her thought process is a little. You're muted. It just like, no, you're good now. It took a minute.
Now, like he could have feasted and then now gone to sleep for 200 years. This might be for all nothing.
Yeah, but you know what? She's risking it for the biscuit. You're welcome for that. Anyways, so all of a sudden the gun goes off and Ash is now awake because the bullets hit him, and he's fucking pissed. Didn't we learn that from the first time?
Yeah, he wasn't saving her in the moment. He wasn't saving her in any kind of capacity. He's saving himself,
realistically.
It was like now the tree was responding for the first time because bullets flew at him.
Yeah. And oh no, boop, Olivia's dead. Sorry.
My bad.
Because he shot the
So
tree.
sad.
And
Right.
Michael's like, oh my God, you led us into a trap. And Millie says, listen, your
Duh.
fucking family lures innocent women with the promise of love. This is so insane. Michael says the only one person's going to be dying. It's going to be her. Boom. He shoots off the gun. Doesn't hit her. And he gets pulled up in the air as well. And she turns fucking bitch. I can't remember her fucking name. Millie turns. Sorry. Millie turns around and picks up Clara's shotgun, and she sees a glowing pair of eyes. Guess what? Boom, it's Ash. And
But more like,
but more like
like
in a
right,
form than
like
before.
looking like a human almost. Like it's very like
Yeah, he
the
says,
weird tree
listen,
form that he made is now like almost human-esque.
yeah, and here's what happened. Like, he thought he could fall asleep for centuries. Oh no. But his consciousness would not allow him to rest. He went deep into the earth to consult the well of wisdom, and there was a choice. He could either retain his immortality, cast out his heart, or sacrifice it to be the man that she wanted. And he chose her. So he sacrificed his immortality. In all honesty,
And
that
not
was a
even
poor
knowing if
decision.
he could find her.
Sorry. Yes, but guess what? He's not like a full human. He's a hybrid between two species, and he can go anywhere he wants with her. But first, he wants to know what it's like to kiss her in
And
that form.
the tree is still kind of a part of him, but it's its own entity basically now.
Yeah.
So yes, the tree wasn't responding to save her because it wasn't. It's just a defense mechanism that kicked in when it was being shot at.
Yeah. So they kiss, and they say they love each other, and now they want to fuck. And she says, oh my God, I need you inside of me. He looks down at her breast and asks her what the fuck happened. She tells him that they captured her and force fed her herbs to make her lactate. And he tells her that he would drain every single person in Scandinavia just to bring her justice. And she deserves the world. And then he breastfeeds from her. This one's consensual. It's a wild choice.
So choices were made. Choices were made.
What?
It's like when
the choices are not done.
it's like when you're at the grocery store and you see like a scale in front of the section of like hostess stuff, and you're like, well, choices were made.
Yeah, it's a wild choice. And then an erection presses into her, and it changes shape, and there's like a little knot, and she's like, she loves this, and he just. He wants to make up for sending her away, and she wants to make love under the stars, but he wants to fuck her until she sees stars. So they're gonna do that, and he asks her to choose a hole. Guess what? She like hesitates on one of them. She's not fully sure, but then she asks if he can split his erection into two, and he says, "Yeah." So he's gonna fill both holes, and then yeah. And he fucks her, and he would love to stay inside of her forever, but they have one more task to complete, which is her husband. Now, here's the thing. Did I know where this was going at the end of this book? No.
No. So if you think this is wild, it's still going. Just know we're still on the railroad track. We are still on the rails. I mean, off the rails, but we are still on the path here.
Are you ready for it? The next step is her husband, so they're going to go back to his house.
Try to find him. He's right there too. 'Cause
He's very
looking
easy
for
to
his
find.
Grandparents.
His entire family is gone, so good. So he pierces Eric through the balls so that he can take Eric's genetic material.
Well, they capture him, tie him up, and
and implants an unfertilized egg that he had received from her earlier when they were fucking.
Yeah.
And then he implants it into Eric's belly, and they're going to use his body to incubate their offspring.
Yep.
And when the time is right, it will break free, and it should take about a year, depending on how well the vessel is fed. And in a few days, being inside
Because
him.
if you think that this man's just going to give birth to a regular baby, think not.
No, because it's going to take control and emulate her husband until it's time to emerge.
So that nobody's going to be suspicious. The baby, the fetus, is going to take control of the body.
Yeah.
Yep.
Until it's time to emerge. And then we get an epilogue
Oh
which is
yeah.
a year later. And shortly after the baby had gained consciousness and picked Arab's body off the floor, this thing set fire to the farmhouse and everything. And now the baby wants to be born. Ash can communicate with this baby telepathically because it can't speak. And then the baby is born. And it's weird and surprise. Oh my God, it's twins. And I'm still confused.
And he just wanted to keep it a surprise
You
from
knew
her,
it was twins the whole time.
apparently.
And that's the book, baby.
Yep. Yep, it is.
I just, that last section, I was like, I don't know how necessary this is, but I'm kind of like on the track. Who was your favorite character?
Millie for the first half of the book.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
Millie's second half. Billy
And
first
Millie
half.
made some weird decisions at the second half. I liked Millie through the first half too. Honestly, Ash MVP.
I mean, okay, yeah. Okay.
He's the real
Also,
winner of the book.
Yeah, yeah. Also, yeah, yeah.
We
Yeah,
love a
yeah.
man with a plan,
No
and his
notes.
plan was to find a way to have a baby with her
No
and
notes.
murder everybody who's ever wronged her. And you know,
I mean, we gotta admire the commitment and
Uh-huh.
the loyalty and just all around.
yes, and he's never gonna cheat on her.
No,
Whew, okay, least favorite character.
I was just about to
Obviously,
say,
the
or make
entire
her
fucking
breastfeed
family.
him, but that's not true.
Well, no, because he did breastfeed from her,
I hate
but it wasn't forced.
whoever started the family.
Yeah,
Like,
whoever started this whole,
Yeah.
whoever had that thought process,
whoever
yeah,
that was. That's
yeah,
who.
that, yeah, that, yeah.
Right, girl.
Okay, cool. So Amazon gives it a 4.1, Goodreads a 3.5, and Storygraph is a 3.26. I'm gonna be honest, I had a great time. I'm gonna give it a 4. I don't even care. This was great.
I love
I
that.
had a great time.
I mean, for what it was,
That's exactly it.
just it. I just, yeah. I gave it 3 stars. I gave it because I just don't know. There's so much. There was, yeah. I gave it 3 stars exactly in the middle because I just, yeah. And not only did I give it 3 stars, but there was a comment made on my review on Goodreads saying
Oh.
that this better be on the podcast
Oh, really?
just because of the title alone. And I assured them it is, and that Crystal attempted to find one of the most unhinged books she possibly could, and she may
And I
have
think I
succeeded.
nailed it.
And she agrees and says it must be your calling.
Aw. So my calling is unhinged books. Honestly, I have picked a lot of unhinged books for this
Maybe you can
podcast.
read those books on your topless baking channel.
Ooh.
Another
Okay.
little segue.
Sounds good. Love that. Coming soon.
To an OnlyFans
To-
near you.
Yeah. Okay. Peppers, Ariel. There was. Here's the thing. Okay. I. It has to be at the
I'm
minimum
gonna say it's a
habanero.
habanero
Okay. Yeah. There was so
because of
much
the
that
so
happened.
unhinged. Yeah,
Yeah. Bruh, he impregnated a man.
yeah. I'm gonna say it's a habanero.
That's not the mpreg we usually read, but like this
No.
is the mpreg we deserve apparently.
Yeah,
You know, and see, here I was. Okay, here's the thing. Everyone knows my thoughts on mpreg and how like I get confused because I don't know how the baby's coming out. Well, this was very vivid. So,
very vivid.
and I know how he got
Like, dating from
pregnated.
the inside out, basically. So, Crystal, this might be my favorite question for you.
This is
book.
actually going to be probably an
Was
unhinged.
this
Yeah,
book
probably.
an one-handed read.
Yeah, you know, an unhinged. Yeah, why not? Girl, there was so much involved. It was like a confused
Okay.
yes.
That's why. So for me, it's a maybe.
A maybe.
But the fact, yeah. So for me, it's a maybe. But the fact that it's not a no,
It should
The
be
fact
shocker,
that it's not a
guys.
no. The fact that it's not a no.
Considering we had forced lactation and water sports.
Yeah. I don't know if I would survive. I'm going to be completely honest.
I would get too curious and probably get killed. Because here's the thing. Okay, hear me out.
Honestly, after everything I saw and went through, up until the tree part, I probably would have let the tree just kill me.
Okay, but hear me out.
I probably would have been like, take me away.
Yeah, but then you would be in the same situation. Okay.
No,
but
not if I was dead.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I would survive.
Okay, well,
Because
so
I
I
would
might
be like, oh, well, look at my, you know.
So I would probably pull a lot of the same stuff that she did. And then here's my issue, and here's why I might not survive. Because I would see all the things it could do, obviously, with all
I'd
the
probably
changes.
just stay there. Yeah.
I would start getting too curious and wondering how far I could push my luck.
And probably die that way.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd die regardless.
Yeah.
And if you thought this was it, hold on to your fucking hats, because this is a regular episode. So we actually have to spin the wheel to find out what we're reading next, because
Ariel forgot.
Go from here? Where the fuck are we going to go from here?
I think this is the most unhinged one we have, so I don't think it can go any more unhinged.
Girl.
So, but we're running low, so all right. No,
running low?
This.
Doesn't feel like it.
I don't know. Probably not. I'm probably just lying. I don't know why you believe a word I say. You ready?
I did question it.
Well,
I'm ready.
All right, let's go. Let's see. Spin, you dumb bitch. That's me.
Oh.
So
no.
this
is the creative
sex toys one. So so Hard Code by Misha Bell. Okay, so after careful consideration, we cannot do the book that I picked because it's not on Kindle Unlimited, so sucks to suck for me. So instead, we're just going to do my backup instead. On the Line by Naomi Loud. Growing up in high society, James Ferdinand never imagined that one day she'd end up working as a server. But after her authoritative father gives her the ultimatum, stay in line rather than pursue her art, she needs to find a quick way to support herself since she's unwilling to give up on her dreams. The answer is landing a job at Orso, a fine dining restaurant in the heart of Marsford Bay. Between learning to navigate the grind of restaurant life, trying not to cry in the wok freezer, and rebuilding her life, there's only one silver lining. A line cook that seems to always make her shifts a little easier, whether it be with a cheeky grin or a delicious mid-shift snack. Ozzie McKenna, the tattooed jester with a Casanova reputation, is immediately smitten and makes it his mission to charm the new girl. But James isn't ready for anything serious, having just broken up with her abusive long-term boyfriend. Their attraction, however, is undeniable. James proposes they become friends with benefits, making a deal to leave drama out of it and hide their arrangement from their co-workers at Orso. However, despite their best efforts to keep it casual, things inevitably begin to change. Between cooking for James late at night and dates that aren't meant to be dates, both soon discover that maybe they can become what the other one needs in ways neither thought was possible. All they need to do is get out of their own way.
So. What's going to be inserted?
Girl, don't give things away. You've already read the descriptions. Shut up.
So we'll see. It's a surprise. Join us next week and find out. Make sure to keep reading.
And keep it smutty. I'm pronouncing it Michael. It could be Mikhail. I pronounced it Michael. So
I did too, but it could have been.
Okay, cool. Who cares? It's Michael because I hate this man. Against her cervix, not service. I'm at your service, but okay.
Remind me to tell you about buttholes.
Okay. Well, we're probably gonna be talking. We're gonna be talking about those really fucking shortly. By the way.
Remind me to tell you off camera about buttholes.
And cast his heart, or he could sacrifice
Cast out
it.
his heart.
That one. Yes.
I was like,
sorry.
Are we fishing?
Yes.
fuck.
Oh, fuck.